We talk about Bullet being a one-of-a-kind build. You need to watch this video. This 78 series is definitely one of a kind. All right, we're putting our dancing shoes on. So we're out in the bush today, and I've got a nice surprise for you. And that surprise is we're gonna have a bit of a drive with an old mate of mine, Richard, in this wicked portaled 78 series. Richard and I go back a long, long way to the very early days where we competed in Hiluxes together at Nissan trials and Willow Glands. We're going to have a little bit of a walk around his truck today and watch it in action. He's got the Parabolic springs in here. He says he's only just put them in. 400 constants, but they've got the long saddle with the bolt up high, so you get every bit of droop that the spring offers. Shock allowing, of course. So this is portaled, and he's had this portaled from the beginning on stock suspension. And then what he's done is just recently he's upgraded to the Terrain Tamer suspension. I'm so eager to have a chat with him and find out a lot more. So how you been, mate?
Oh, sweet.
I was just telling the viewers we've been mucking around for like 20-25 years.
Yeah,
we're in cruisers now, but it used to be Hiluxes. So I need to talk about, I wasn't going to talk about them straight away, but have a look at this. So what he's done is he's actually developed them himself, and it's storage, isn't it?
Heaps of storage.
Heaps of storage.
First aid kit.
Yep.
Tarps, chairs, axe.
When I first saw it, he just competed at a comp up in Sora, and when I saw the pictures of it, I thought he'd put them on to protect the panels.
Well, it does that as well.
It does for that, but it also, what it does, it corrects the track width diff that they put in these, whereas with the 79s, they just put a guard on the tray. And on this side you've done a little bit different.
Again, just quick access to your
It's
recovery
awesome.
gear. It's got a little light duty table
It's
here.
awesome.
You can...
You know what, like if you've got a trooper and you're doing portals, I reckon hit this guy up. Have you hit it anywhere, ever?
Oh, yeah, on the other side I have.
So what does it do? Is it bad?
Nah. It's just leftover white paint from a marker. It's 100% UV stable.
But I love its stance. And you haven't gone overkill with big lift and massive tyres. You've done it for practicality and usability.
Going over a 35 makes it really difficult for spares.
Yep.
And the weight of the tyre is big consideration. Where you're going to put it. I've got a space saver.
Yep.
So that's the factory
wow.
spare.
Yep.
And look, like 35s, I think is actually overkill as it is.
Yep.
For a tourer.
And you were talking that this is the Terrain Tamer, so he's done the full kit. You've come up 100 mil.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And
so obviously the factory suspension sagged a bit because it's supposed to be a 2-inch lift.
Yep.
But before and after measurements, both front and back were exactly 100 mil.
And it drives awesome.
Yeah.
Drives the same.
Yeah. You can actually feel the little bit more
body roll.
High center of gravity. I'd like to drop the front springs another 50 mil. Yep. But it's pretty hard to get a spring that's not 2-inch lift. Because
I know when I was talking about doing mine, I was going to use a Lovell 1-inch coil. It's what they recommended. So that was one of Mark's people in Sydney solved. And you're still inside your 1200 mil headlight height.
Just.
Have you ever been hassled?
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah, I did get pulled over, and I don't have a muffler. Yeah. So.
But you've got your DPF.
Yes, got the DPF, and he was going to book me, but I said, look, ARB installed it. They didn't put it in. I wasn't any of the wiser. Yep. And he said, oh look, I'll let you off, but try and get one fitted. But we got pulled up at Tough Truck. The first thing the policeman did was this inside my tailpipe, and we asked, why did you do that? And he said, when you delete your DPF, your soot is on the tailpipe. So they're onto us. They're onto all the things we do. So we've got to try and keep legal. Let's drop down this next section.
Pop the bonnet. More talking. I also noticed you're running the factory radius arm still.
Yep.
So when you did the 2-inch lift, what was done? Did you do bushes?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so you did do the caster for 2 inch.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. And drives good?
Yes.
Now I heard you say ARB did the muffler, and I noticed you got the big 4-inch Safari snorkel. What else has the motor had done to it?
Yeah, so we've got the full Safari gas struts.
Oh, look at that. We are getting old. Oh, yeah, look, yeah, talk to us about what they've done.
So it kits in with the snorkel and the 3.5-inch stainless steel exhaust. 5 choices, sort of like a general upgrade.
Yep.
Sport mode.
Yep.
Towing.
Yep.
Standard, completely standard. And then the 5 is like off-road, so it actually detunes your throttle, so you're not...
Oh, right, so you've got that on now?
I'll put it on 5, and you just drive so much smoother. With the portals, the hubs are engaged via pneumatic.
Oh, yes.
Thing, so instead of the locking hubs manually, I've got a button inside now.
Yep.
And pneumatically that gets engaged. Line that compressor, I've got a 6-litre air tank underneath here, and another compressor, same ARB on the other side that I rigged up, so 2 compressors go into the 1 tank and pump your tyres up real quick. Yeah, right. But lockers, you're still running the factory setup? Yes. Yeah, okay. I just noticed this. What's this? That's your secondary, and you rate that? Filter? Yeah, sure. This isn't your first Troopy? No, it's not. I don't know why Toyota doesn't put them in, but yeah, I rate it. And it's got the drip down here, so just to empty the filter, this little drip drain there. Yeah. And then the catch can is underneath. Okay. Dual battery, no room? I don't have one, but I've got a 200 amp hour lithium in the back that does the fridges and cooker. Okay, so let's talk about your new acquisition to your vehicle, the K&N filters. Yeah, so they've approached me and they like looking at my car. We did a bit of a shoot. And well, who wouldn't? Look at it. It's cool. But the box is stock, right? Yep. Or is it? Oh, nice. Nice bit of gear. Yeah, oh, what? That's the K&N. Seriously, that's it? That's it. Yeah, wow. And it's a lot thicker here than the factory one. Yep. So I think it was a Terrain Tamer have another light gasket to help it seal. To seal for dust, yes, because they're bad. Definitely a better fit. That's awesome. So you'll give us feedback on that lifetime guarantee. Yep. You can wash them. The ARB winch bar. Yes, but no winch. No winch. Okay. That's my toolbox. I've got all my tools. And I've got 2 factory jacks. Yeah. Spanners. That's cool. Like heaps of stuff in there. Remember the old days when those couple of events where we had to actually get a turfer and they timed us turfing the car from one point to another? It's like, oh my God, how times have changed. The gas struts, how much easier does that make it? And the other air compressor while you're here is... Oh yeah, cool. So I've kept it low outside. 90 litre water tank. Yep. And then a 45 litre water tank right behind the axle. So 135 litres of water. The Troopies have the tank in a different place. Twin tanks, 2 90 litre tanks. Oh right, so you get 108 litres. Yep. So you got the transmission handbrake. Yep. That's what I had too. I love that thing. Okay, let's do some wheeling and then we'll look inside it. You know, you say you've done 30,000 in those couple of years. I've already hit 35 almost. Yeah, well, I only just do trips, so it's not my daily driver. Oh, that's a shame. You don't drive it every day? No, I've got a little Jimny. The new Jimny? Yep. Oh, that's cool too. We need to walk around that. My daughter loves them. Is it done up? I've got the GVM upgrade on it, but I'm developing panos for that as well. So that's what people wanted to know. What's the number plate all about? You know what panniers are? Yeah, so Shell's got panniers that she puts on her bike that sit on the side of the rack at the back. They're for carrying, right? Exactly. So this is like an Australianism of pannier. And the definition of pannier is a French word which means a basket, usually in pairs, carried by a beast of burden. And this is a beast of burden. It sure is. This is the next little obstacle and Richard's just concerned now. He's going to pump his tyres up a little bit. So you'd be a lot heavier, right? What are you weighing? Around 33. And you've gone down to roughly 20. And I'm probably just nudging 3 tonne and I'm on 18. This is a good climb, this. You've got that little section there and then you've got a brake so you can regather your thoughts. And then you've got this which tries to throw you to the passenger side a little bit. So this is the view from the top. You get a bit more air into them. They're on 18, so I'm just going up to 20. And you're happy with the BFs? Yeah.
He's always loved them. But the all-terrain.
I've had all the different mud terrains over the years.
Yep.
And the BF muds I had before, they were the first mud tyre actually wore out.
Yeah.
All the others failed prematurely.
So the KM3 that would have been.
Yeah.
So you rated them over the earlier ones.
Yeah. Realistically, you know, 90% of the driving you do is on the bitumen.
But you know, when you got such good articulation, you got wheels on the ground, you got 2 lockers. It does. I guess it's not really going to matter what tyre's touching the floor because they're all on it and they've all got traction. All right, let's see how he goes up here. I'm sure he's going to eat it. And it's amazing to think he's just driven all that. He's got 2 fridges, a kitchen sink, a toilet, shower. It's a full-on camper that he's got there, and he's able to traverse up something like that. So, you know, a trip to Cape York, or I guess anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere. It is a world tourer.
The thing would just eat it.
Diesel heater as well.
Oh, unbelievable. Just saying, all the gear you got and you walked up that like there was nothing on it. You would look at it and assume it's heavy. He's got width, but at no point have I seen it look like it's top heavy. He's got all the mass right, he's got his water tanks in the particular places. Look at those rear springs work. He's got his tanks set up where he wants them. He's thought about it. Not his first trippy that he's built either. Whew. Wow. All right, let's have a look at that. Still on. Wow, that's pretty impressive. See these springs here, that's still got another 10, 15. So he's still got more drip in that if his shock lets him, and it does. It's nowhere near all out. I reckon you can come up high up the rock. Yeah, go right hand down. He's still unlocked. That's just off now. Let it rest. So that's full flex. That's pretty impressive. He's getting a bit of a rub here too. That's the reason why I changed arms, because I was getting that bit of a rub.
Yeah, it's got a heap of drop in the back, look.
It's got a heap of drop, but you got more. That hasn't come off the ground. Your front was what?
Oh, but there's not much weight on it, like I'm spinning.
You still got that, if that spring, if they've designed it like, I'd assume that would come up and touch that. It should, but yeah. A lot of variables, right? It's still on the ground. Just give the body a push. Yeah, that's still on the ground. Heaps on the ground, not just on the ground. It's got a lot in it. So what's your GVM on this?
3780.
Okay.
And go figure, with the Portal's factory suspension.
Yep.
I've still got the GVM upgrade.
Yeah, okay.
But I can't get, if I do the suspension, they don't give me more of a...
Nah, so it was pointless doing it. That's why you sat on it. Plus you didn't know what you were doing. And they didn't have this kit 2 years ago, did they?
I think the Pro's pretty new.
Yeah, that's right. So
with the adjustables.
It's good to wait. I remember you were waiting on your bar work for ages.
So the unsprung weight is significantly more. So you've got another 50 kilos.
Yep.
Below the.
Which is below. Yeah, I was just talking about how it doesn't ever look like it's tippy. And this awning, is that one of those U-butte?
Yeah, 270 degrees.
Yeah.
Comes right out covers the front door as well.
Everybody wants Sandy talk.
Let's get it on level ground and we'll open her up.
I'm really impressed.
But check this out. See, I can put my arm out like that, and I don't lock the door.
Oh, what's this? Oh, that's so good, because I hate that. So yeah, you've all seen on my social pages that I've the reason why I stopped the order on the Sandy Torp one is because I knew that this new 4-cylinder one wasn't far away, and I really want one. So I'm going to wait a year, maybe 18 months, and then I'll put mine up for sale. I tell you, as a user and as a driver, the way Shell's car tows that bullet truck, imagine that in a dual cab 79. Anyway, enough of my rubbish. What brand tent's that?
It's Alucab.
Alucab. You get 2 people in there?
Easy.
Yeah?
In fact, we can dance inside.
Waterproof?
Yep.
Wind resistant?
Come on in.
I said to him, how does he carry his bed? But it's actually there. Yep, and then there's your step.
It's for sleeping, it's great.
Yeah.
and I can actually lock all the doors.
Yep.
I don't have to get out to get anything. So there's no long drawers.
Yep.
Seems like these days everyone's having a competition who can have the longest drawer.
Yep.
I can close this up in Blizzard or Midges.
Yep.
For 2 days.
Yeah, that's true too. Insects.
I can wash. Big sink.
Yep. Pump for water.
Jogging board.
That's awesome.
And
it looks like you've gone to the effort to make it out of lightweight material too.
16 kilos in the steel bit and the aluminium.
Yep.
And less than 20 kilos of ply.
Yep.
Cooker lives here.
Yep.
I can use it straight away.
And you got a what size inverter?
That goes there, 2000.
Yep.
And turn that on, and that's it. That's ready to cook.
That's unreal.
Okay. Little pan.
Toilet, fridge. I mean, what else do you need out of a camper?
Shower.
And here it is. Yeah, doubles up. Oh, that's cool. And of course you're gonna have hot water.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, diesel heater for air heating.
Yep.
And electric, 10 litre electric
for water.
For water.
Yeah.
So just before you get, half an hour before you get to your campsite, you flick that on.
Yep.
That heats up
That's
to
amazing.
70 degrees.
Yep.
It'll hold that 70 degrees
for as long as you need it.
For a while because it's insulated.
Yep.
So hours later, you still got a hot shower.
And the diesel heating, like, tell me what you think of it.
Oh,
amazing.
I was in Melbourne, Victoria. It was 0 degrees for the Marks Open Day. The first time I used it, I was thinking, people are going to ask me, like, what's the best thing, portals or the diesel heating? Oh. I tell you, when it's below 0,
wow, yeah.
you light the heater. You won't think of it in Queensland,
yeah.
But
it's funny because we're to and fro, and we're dragging generators to the kids racing and running the aircon, you know, the heating in the caravan.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying you got to look into the diesel heating.
A quick pitch awning that just pops out, so you got your privacy.
Yep.
Got a power point I can plug in to there, and that'll charge my batteries.
Yep. And what charges them in the meantime? You haven't got solar on the top of that tent, have you?
No solar. No.
So it's just the car's charging it.
Car's charging it.
Yep.
It's a 50 amp DC-DC.
Yep.
So theoretically, 4 hours driving.
Yep.
Will fully charge it.
So that's the factory alternator.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, wow.
And it does, it easily gets 40 amps. Easily.
Yeah, right. That's good to know, because I mean, people, one of the first things, they up the ampage on their alternators, and it doesn't seem like you need to on these.
I thought I might have to,
yep.
But it's
no. Who did this, the tent?
That was Mick Ty.
And like, that's a fair job, right? You're cutting the top off a car. Major job.
The whole steel roof comes off.
Yeah.
And they glue that on. I looked into the coil rear end. Mainly I was assuming it was going to be weight saving.
Yep.
But it weighs exactly the same.
Yep.
So because I'm getting rid of the leaves, I thought that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But all their structure and support and engineering, it's all more. So there's no real advantage. Loading the chassis in 2 separate areas is much better than.
Yeah, and you don't run an airbag. I didn't see airbags under there. No. There's a muffler and an exhaust for the diesel heater. So does that smell when it's running?
When it starts up, it's got a little bit of a whiff, but once it fires up and it gets to the temperature, which is in a few minutes, you don't. There's no smell at all.
Who made that? It's still got the protective coating on it.
I put that on a couple of weeks ago. I smashed the one on the comp.
Oh, did you?
I went over the tyres, and when I went backwards, it peeled it off.
Yeah, right. That's heaps nicer though.
I reckon, because it stops here.
Yeah. Oh,
it could go a little bit further.
Yeah.
And then they could make little lumps to protect the nuts as well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that thick because it's a skid plate, not a bash plate.
Yeah, that's right.
And it could be 2 mil instead of 3.
Yeah.
So custom off road.
So behind the Max Tracks, you've got you got your bar.
Dual access pantry.
Yeah, that's awesome.
First thing I couldn't live without was the tap in the drawer.
Yeah, that's cool. Blow this.
Within 5 minutes, I can take the fridge and toilet out.
Yep.
And my motorbike can go inside.
He's just explaining why he chose this. I said, why didn't you choose the bigger tube? And he's going to explain.
The thinner tube, which I think has a thicker wall thickness. I don't think there's any difference in strength, but this is a really good
stick breaker.
Good
firewood.
place to break your sticks for your firewood.
That's awesome. And you can clearly see he's never missed once because this is still intact.
But the bar's a bit scratched. I'll, if I get my act together, I'll galvanise all the bar work like I did my last trip.
Yeah. Oh, we nearly tested out the pannier. Wheelbase.
Up the hub?
Yep. So we got 29.90. Yeah, look, 31.90. It's 200 mil. Mine is longer.
So how come you only get one fuel tank?
Don't know. It's true. Are they a factory mirror?
No, they're MSA.
MSA.
Believe it or not, I put the Clearview ones on.
Yep.
$1,200. I hated them.
Oh, really?
I couldn't get used to them.
Okay.
About 60 hours of driving, they got the twin mirror.
Oh, righto.
I didn't like them.
And these are the one mirror.
Yep.
And do these extend for towing? Oh, wicked. Okay, so they're the oh, that's it's a transformer. That's perfect. And that bolts into the original hole, so I can put that on mine.
Yes.
And the indicator work.
I've got to wire it in.
Okay, but it will work.
Yeah. I don't know how to get to the switch, to the light.
Oh, well, comment down below, people, if you've done this.
Yeah. How do I get to this? This is actually glued on. I can't take it off.
I remember gluing mine on.
And I don't know how to get to it. I'm already out the door.
Yeah, righto.
I've just got to.
Yeah, okay.
Just got
so
to
that's
get to
easy.
All right.
Just get a knife in there.
Yeah.
Just peel it back. But I love it, Richard. Thank you for your time. And as always, thanks for watching.